Icy.
Yeah,
To Grapevine, how are you?
I'm all good. What about you?
I'm very well, thank you. Nimeshusha gangster points. Nikisema kwaya na rapa.
Chris Brown alikuwa kwa kwaya. Chris Brown sang in a choir. He's a rapper, he's a singer. So I shushi gangster points.
Points bado ziko pale pale hazishuki. Awesome.
Uh,
Now speaking about the choir, you are in the Kenyan Boys Choir, which is it is really, really well known. And you guys actually were big. I mean, when you were there as a member, you were big. You performed for during the inauguration of Barack Obama, the president.
yeah.
You joining the boys choir.
Okay. So I joined like the high school choir. The intention was to learn more about music, not just hip hop, or just to know basic stuff about music, to add some versatility to what I do. So from there, we were actually being trained by the members of the group, so they would scout like the best singers in our high school choir band and recruit them to, boys choir. So that's what they usually did. So that's how I joined, and yeah.
And the boys choir was signed under the Universal Music Group while you were there. Just how was the experience for you? How was the entire experience? Because that must have been big.
Yeah, it was big. It was major. From that point, I knew anything is possible. From just a group of passionate boys, singing because of passion, and to end up signing a big record deal. At the time, I was still in school, so I wasn't that active with the group. They were signing the deal, so it was major. It showed me that anything is possible. So yeah.
Did you always know this is the path you wanted to take? You were going to get into the music industry?
Yeah, of course. It was a dream. Definitely with life. People don't support music as well as much. Like parents or teachers, they would want you to be a doctor or something else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wanted to do music, and I had to work hard for me to, get to where I am. And I did go to college. I went to ZTech. I did IT over there.
How was the transition? You getting into the rap game, the hip hop game now?
Before I joined the group, I was actually a rapper before anything else. I was a hip hop fan before high school and stuff like that. So I was doing hip hop, but not as major as singing at the time. So I've always been in the rap game. So it's not something I started doing today, for a longer period of time.
Now you have a new song out. It's called Option.
Yes.
Before we get into it fully, I read somewhere that you, while in high school, you once performed in the choir, you once performed Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston. And he is actually one of your idols. Alafu nikajifikiria, nikashindwa. Yani, people were singing such good songs in their school choir. Because sisi tulikuwa, okay, such good songs, such new school songs like Beautiful Girls. Tukiimba tukiimba Sweet Elizabeth. Where Sweet Elizabeth? Yeah. No shade for Sweet Elizabeth. It's a beautiful song. So fellow Kenyans, quote me. So tell us about that. The fact that he is one of your idols and you got to work with him.
Beautiful Girls in 2007 to 2008 was song in the world. Everyone was singing to that song.
Mm-hmm.
So he came and did a song called Dirty Love, Nicki Minaj. So those two songs were really epic at the time, and I became his, one of his biggest fans, and everyone at the time was.
Yeah.
So, to get to work with him was major. And our school choir was not a boring choir. We used to do songs done by Asha, Chris Brown. We used to arrange those type of music. So we were a really cool choir.
What is the options all about?
Options is a summer song. Sean Kingston is like one of the best, artists when it comes to summer hits. Beautiful girls that he loved, beat it. He had those, summer hits. So options is all about having fun, really, and it's a song for the clubs, so clubs, parties. That was the idea behind it, and that's the lifestyle of, Sean Kingston, Icy Lando. So we decided to put it, as a song and release it during the summer for people to have fun.
Yeah. Unfortunately, COVID-19 is here.
Yeah.
And enjoy it in the club, in the well, too bad, too bad. But how did you get to hook up with Sean Kingston?
Okay. First, I got my beats from this platform called Beatstars. So his producer, okay, not his manager, okay, who's also his producer, um, is on Beatstars. So I got to, know him over there in Beatstars, and I was buying his beats. At the time, I did not know he was Sean's manager until one day he posted it on Instagram. So I was like, "You work with Sean Kingston?" And he was like, "I'm his manager for like the past 3 years." Like, I need to work with Sean Kingston. And he was like, "It's easy. I can, send him his music your music to him."
Yeah.
And that's what he did. I had done options alone. It was just my song alone. So once we sent it to him, he liked the song and he decided to, feature on the song.
So should we expect the video to come out soon?
Okay, the plan was to do the video in March, April. I was to go to Miami and to meet up with Sean. Unfortunately, with coronavirus, that is not possible. But I think, if everything goes back to normal, we are going to link up and do a video to the song. One thing for sure is Options is not the only song I've done with him. I've done around 5 songs with Sean. So he said,
Wow.
he said we cannot sit down and wait. Let's put up the song first. We can shoot videos for one or two of the other remaining 5 songs once everything gets back to normal. So we'll see what happens in the next 1-2 months. Then if everything goes well, Options video is coming up. There's an Options remix as well, and it has like another major rap on it. So yeah.
All right, awesome. As we wind up, you can just let us know where to find you and your music for those who are just realizing and knowing about you right now on Grapevine, so that they can become fans.
Okay, definitely. My music is on YouTube, Icy Lando, Spotify, Apple Music. Social media is at Icy Lando, Instagram at Icy Lando, Twitter at Icy Lando, Facebook. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Thank you too.
Wait for the EP and the video as well.
What you gotta do?